Well, it gets more exciting as we go on through the day down here at the Pepper Mill, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, this is Elvis Presley's booth, which everybody loves, and I do too. And of course, this is Vegas Live. I'm Nina, your host, and I have Tom Garland with me. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him out there. I am one of these people that hasn't heard of anybody, I don't think.
I haven't heard of me either, so that's okay.
You don't even know who you are.
No,
either.
I don't at all, actually.
And actually, he happens to be a comedian. That's why I came out with that line. You know, he doesn't know who he is. You probably don't sometimes. I mean, sometimes when you get onto the stage, do you really know who you are?
Sometimes I don't.
You don't want to either.
You're right. Well, I mean, there's a while when you're doing stand-up where you're trying to figure out who you think you are,
yes.
or who the audience thinks you are.
Or who the audience thinks you are. But as I always say to all my comedians, that when you walk out there, before you walk out there, you really don't know your audience. You don't know what they're going to like or what they're not going to like. So do you have to change up?
Yes, I change my stuff every night, but I'm in a fun position where no one knows who I am.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's great for me because I get to sneak out into the audience, and then I'll literally go sit with them and go look at them and see who's there, and so I can see.
So you see your whole audience.
Yeah,
before
so
you
I'll
go
come
on
out and I'll
stage.
see. Oh, there's some older people. There's some, these people seem foreign. Maybe they seem,
that's the most amazing thing to do it that way, because I can remember, well, I still do, when I do a lot of talks out there.
Right.
Are you sort of presenting yourself? And there's always three people, and usually you have one to the left and one in the middle and one to the right, and you pick out these three sort of people that you communicate with.
Yeah, you create a village.
But they think you're talking to all of them there, but you're really guiding it to that one person. Because that one person's got that smile, they've got that little trick, they've got these things going on.
And that's who you hook into.
And that's where you hook into. Is that hard to do as a comedian?
It takes time,
It
for
takes
sure.
time
It takes
to
time.
understand that.
Yep.
How long have you been a comedian?
I've been doing stand-up for 8 years.
8 years. And what made you suddenly decide, I'm going to be a comedian? Were you really that funny?
Well, I maybe not. I really wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to.
Well, those are two. Well, that could be funny, especially with Trump around with the media, journalism, and the media. I mean,
so
he
I
mocks
thought
it all
that's
the
what
time.
I wanted to do, and then I would go and do that stuff, and I didn't really fit into it, and then I would do stand up at night. I started doing that at night, and then I met the guys from MTV's Jackass, and they let me tour with them, and I met Tom
so
Green.
you were
and he
MTV
let me
as well.
I wasn't.
So now we're going to find out who Tom really is.
Right.
Who is Tom Garland? Here we go. Now you are at the Stratosphere at the moment.
We are at the Bally's.
Oh, you're at Bally's.
We're at Bally's.
It's even better.
We're in the back room at Bally's Sunday through Wednesday, starting back up
now,
December
who do you
3rd.
mean we? Do you come on first?
I come on first, and then it's Tom Green.
Then Tom Green. Well, he's
MTV.
he's from MTV. He's very well. He's very well known. I mean, we'll get him on too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd love to have the two of you on. I'd love to have him on
cool.
as well.
I'll say something to him
as
for
well.
Sure.
Yes, I would love that. Absolutely. So playing at Bally's, this is a big hotel. Did you ever think that would happen?
I was on tour here at the Riviera when I was pretty young. I was at the, and we used to come to the Pepper Mill all the time. I was with Steve-O and Tom Green at the Riviera in 2013.
Oh, really?
I'm from Iowa, and they had taken me from the middle of nowhere in Iowa and let me tour with them out here, and so it was kind of a culture shock to me.
Why did Tom Green pick you? I mean, did he like your build-up before he came on?
I think I'm cheap. I think that's why Tom Green picks me. I think I'm the cheapest comedian in Las Vegas.
That's a joke in itself.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, I think that I do a good opening act. I build him up. I never try and blow the guy out of the water.
So you want to still you want your stuff, but you still want to keep him important.
Right. I mean,
he's the number one.
It's his show. We want to build to the guy, and
because a lot of people, especially comedians, most people would not do that.
Well, I think a lot of what ends up happening is a lot of people come out and they get selfish with it, where they want to do
It's all about me.
It's all about them, yeah.
It's me.
Whereas
me.
I'm just so lucky to be, like you said, it's a big casino, and it's a really cool
casino.
thing.
It's a great name. I mean, you tell people your ballet's on the Strip. Hello,
then
it's not
people
like
know.
they know exactly where you are. They say, well, where is it, and what room, and how do I get there?
Right.
No, we know exactly where it is.
Yep.
So, do you feel very fortunate?
Yeah, I do. I'm very, very lucky. And
why do you think Tom Green? Because you mentioned you first performed with him in 2013.
Yeah, 2013.
And you're still with him.
Well, I got very lucky. So I did some stuff with him in 2013, and then I left and toured on my own. I toured with the guys from Jackass and people from Trailer Park Boys and
Trailer Park.
all
You
sorts of
mentioned
different
some
shows.
pretty cool names.
Yeah, yep. I toured with some really cool names.
I gotta come and see your show.
You come out anytime.
I
We'll
gotta
get you
come and
tickets.
see. Yeah, I've got to come and see your show because I'm on it. You know, like I never pre-interview anybody. I never know who anybody is. I don't know who Tom is. I mean, Tom Garland could be anybody. Could just walk in the streets. But and that's
I
how
should
I
have
do
lied
things.
to you. I don't know why I told you the truth. I should have just come on and be it.
Because he's a comedian.
I'm actually a murderer.
Oh, you're one of the. Oh no, let me see your eyes.
There you go. No, I'm here to push this taco company. That's all it
So
is.
now we've got with Tom Green, and now you've got all this stuff going on. There. Where are you sort of focusing on now? Where are you sort of?
Well, right now
you can't just let it happen.
Right.
You've got to make it happen.
Yep. So right now I'm trying to do more television and stuff like that. It's tough. You know, I appreciate you having me here. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, this is what we do. This is what our show is all about. Is about people that really want to go from this level to the next level and the next level, because that's what we do.
You do a great thing here. I've seen all the episodes.
Have you? Oh, I love it. You can come back anytime. And that is not a joke. That is truth, right?
I appreciate that. I've seen a lot of it, and I'm a fan. It's really cool what you guys are doing because you understand there is that middle ground.
Well, there's
and
the
that's
levels.
exactly
The levels to try to get from hair to hair. How do I make it from hair to hair? You know,
Right.
and I'm doing the same thing. You know, I'm improving my
We all
show.
are. We all
We're
are.
all sort of-
Tom's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
All of us
everybody's
are.
doing the
Yep.
same thing. We're all trying to improve ourselves, and it's so funny in life because I always say this: how we're so insecure with ourselves. We always knock ourselves. We're never good enough. Or why do we do it that way? We could have done it that way.
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
I don't know, but it definitely is. There's a process, you know.
There is a process.
I'm enjoying the process right now. I'm trying to do. I've got a couple movies that I'm going to be in that are coming out.
What are the names? And can you name them?
Yeah, there's one of the movies is called. One is on Amazon right now. It's Amazon Prime. It's called Bros on Amazon Prime. You can watch if you got the streaming service. You can watch that for free.
Fabulous.
And then I'm in a new movie called Spiral that comes out, and I did a documentary with Rob Van Dam. He's a WWE wrestler. So we don't have a.
I've heard that name.
We don't have a title for that.
We don't have the title for that yet.
No,
And that's coming out.
But that's coming out.
Now, is that a lot of these movies they do for Netflix and all these different people?
Yeah, the Spiral
It's a different
one.
way. It's a different way now.
Yeah, a lot of them are trying to do the streaming services and all
Yes.
that sort of stuff. It's just, the one we've looked at theaters and other stuff. It's just wherever the money's at. You know how that is. It's just,
It's always been the same. This is nothing new. The money
Right.
side of it is nothing new. It's always where can I make more, and when we realize to ourselves where we can make more, that's where we grow.
Right.
That's when we go from one level to the next level, and then because we're going to do that, now we have to improve ourselves and we have to show up. We can't be drunk. We have to give them all the time we want. But this is not true to Vegas.
They actually breathaized me when I came in. I don't know.
He was drinking water,
I was
but it all
having
depends what
water
he
and
had
coffee.
in the water. That's what so you're just looking to move up, doing more movies.
Yep.
Now, when you do the movies, are you straight acting or are you going in as a comedian?
Or
both?
A little bit of both. The two films that I have, the Bros and Spiral, I'm an actor in those.
Yeah,
so
that's
just
an actor.
that's acting with the script and all that.
Do you think because you have the comedic side of you makes it easier for you to bring words out because you've got kind of
definitely.
I think it's because you've got that kind of flow.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah.
It helps because it could be you don't get so serious.
Yeah. Well, if you know what funny is, you know what serious is.
Yeah,
if you know what funny is, like the one movie is a horror movie, Spiral is a scary
it's
movie.
Scary movie.
So, if you know what scary is, if you know what funny is.
Yes.
So
you can play the two because
play the two,
it's
right.
the same
The
thing.
funny
It's
is so hard to find, though. It's so. It took me a long time to be able to understand what people want to hear and what they don't want to hear. And
it's funny you should say that. I was thinking the other day, I was driving along, and I was thinking how so many people you're passing will turn around and say, why did that idiot do that? It's like they're asking you, why did that idiot do that? Now, how would I know how that idiot did that? I'm sitting in the same place as you. Of course I don't know.
People do drive crazy.
But when you
though.
think, when somebody asks you that question, how are you supposed to answer them? 'Cause how are you supposed to know when they don't know?
I don't know.
It's funny how people are.
People are, yeah. And then we're always analyzing each other.
Yes.
I think we project ourselves onto others. I think the things I don't like about myself, I don't like about the other cars.
No, but-
You ever think about that? Do you ever see
No,
the
I
other cars and see them and think that guy's he's a piece of, and then that's just me.
Well, it's so funny because I do that quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, idiot.
Yeah.
And then I look at the person, I see this little old lady
Yeah,
driving.
right.
And then I feel so guilty. I think to myself, oh my goodness, God, please forgive me for my sin. Because then you feel so, all they're trying to do is get from A to B, and then little old things to drive her like that. Oh, Nick has a question.
I can actually vouch for that.
But I have to turn around and say that I'm sorry, because I feel so bad, you know.
Can I vouch for that?
Yeah,
and that's a part of comedy, you know, is all those bad thoughts you have in your head all day. All the things that
you bring those out.
Yeah, one of my.
So is that your kind of line? Because somebody has women and somebody has.
To me, I don't have. When I go on stage, I try to have no walls. Try to have no lines.
That's good.
No, because the trick of being a comedian. Down. Well, you just don't want to care. Like I don't know how to put that, but the less you care, the more fun you're gonna have.
The more released you are to letting out.
People want to feel that. We always care. You're driving, you're upset because you're like, I need to be there on time because you care.
That's
right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All the things we do, you care about the show, you care about, you know, the way, you were talking to her about the way she was dressed and all that. You care, you know, about how you're presented and whatever.
Yes, how she presents.
Comedians, we don't care. No. I don't care at all about anything. There's nothing in life I care about.
So when you come out and say you're coming out and you're telling a kind of a funny story and some swear words coming in there, I mean, I've always watched comedians do this,
right? And
all these swear words still roll off their tongue like it's an everyday, you know, conversation. Yeah. That's not caring.
Well, they don't care
because they've got to get that. They've got to get from A to B, from where they're going to where they're going, and they're not going to be inhibited by anything.
You know,
that's a good lesson.
I think, you know, not to swear or not is always this thing in comedy where they're so concerned about what we say and what we don't. But I always think it's about attitude.
Yes.
If you bring the right attitude up there, the audience is going to, and if you're profound, you can say anything.
Yes.
You can be filthy dirty if you're profound about it.
Yes.
You say something like, you know, people are like, that makes me think. Then you can be dirty. But if you're just going up there to swear, you can't do that.
That's no good. What about women swearing and men swearing? A difference? You know, when a woman says something, it's so different to when a man says it in a joke or in any time.
You know, right now they're really
raunchy.
There's really a thing right now with the women in comedy where they're fighting for their equal rights
yes,
to the
stage.
Yes,
they are, definitely. Yeah, that's why I was asking the question.
Which is good. But then I think a lot of times right now, because they're fighting for these equal rights, a lot of people are watching the women and saying, well, she's too dirty. And it's like, you don't say that about the men, though.
No,
you're not saying that about some of the guys.
No, they would not say that about the guys.
But they'll really point out these women that had problems with Louis C.K. and stuff. A lot of people have said, well, look at their act. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Who cares what they were talking about? The guy assaulted them. I don't think that's right. But they, you know, it depends on who they are, and you always got to remember it's just a show.
It's just a show.
They don't necessarily believe those things when they come home.
You're up there to make them laugh.
Right.
And that's all you're up there for.
But there's some really funny girls out there that need to get credit for it. Shayma Tash that lives here is one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. Penny Wiggins that lives here is just
Penny Wiggins, I love the name.
Have you had Penny Wiggins?
No, I haven't had Penny Wiggins. Penny, I want you on my show.
She's so funny, man. You got to have her.
Okay.
Lots of funny chicks in Las Vegas, so this is a perfect place to check them out too. And but comedy's tough for everybody. Yeah. It's a really tough way to make a living.
It is tough, but you know, I love the comedians. I love the funny side of it. I just love life. Period. Okay, so you're at the at Bally's. Where else and then you're going to start going on tour?
Yeah, so I've been touring for like the last 5 years, and I'm very sick of touring. So please, no one take me out of Las Vegas anytime. No, I'm having fun. I've been going all over North America for the last 5 years. I've gone to East and West Coast Canada. Been 40 plus states in the U.S. And so I'm enjoying that. Yes. But yeah, I'm trying to stay here in Las Vegas for a little while
and to get known.
Yeah, and to get that's the other thing is to get my name out there.
So get your name out there, even if you put a great big billboard with you. If you're going to afford to put a big billboard up with your name on it,
we have big billboards and none of them have my name on it.
Well, we'll put your name on it. Come on, what are you slow on the track there, my dear?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit slow. No, just say, can I have my name up there, even if it's in a little corner?
I know. I should get them to put.
Just a little one, a little tiny name up there.
There's got to be a trick to that. I gotta,
I just asked. I mean,
maybe that's it. Maybe
the squeaking wheel gets the grease. Tom, Garland,
the squeaking wheel, Garland.
Garland, the squeaking wheel.
The squeaking wheel. I like it.
I love it. I love it. So you're out at. So you can see him at Bally's. What days on?
You can see us at Bally's. We come back on December 3rd. I'm there at Bally's in the back room, December 3rd with Tom Green. You can get tickets at tomgreenvegas.com. We're on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. and midnight, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 p.m.
Oh, wonderful! So you're working all week there. Oh, he's having a wonderful time. So he's not.
You got to come out. We're on. You got.
Get Nick to give him some tickets, and we'll both come out.
Absolutely.
All right, Nick.
For sure.
promise. Oh, he wants another photograph. I don't know why. Let's
Oh, yeah, let's get
smile.
photos.
This is a candid camera. Anyway, I've had a fabulous time. I love comedians because they make me laugh, and we always have a lot of fun with them. I wish you all the best. You're doing
Thank you so much.
absolutely
Really
great.
appreciate you.
Good for you. We'll be back. Vegas Live with Ninon.